Hey, what's up, guys? This is Rainbow Kid the Kid here. I'm gonna change my name. I know it's Glitch Pot one times one times one times one, but I'm gonna change it. So we're going over the main characters again because for the multiverse because I changed some stuff and I wanted to show you guys because I didn't have the main characters where they were supposed to be, but now supposed they're where they're supposed to be. Some of them, at least. I don't know. Okay, you already know about Batman, Alfred. Robot Assistant, you don't know about. Robot Assistant used to work for Agent Smith until Agent Smith was defeated. And now he works for the Resistance with his longtime friend, Sophia Porter. Don't ask how it happened. It's fandom. He is not really equipped with any weapons because he is an assistant, but despite that, he has got some determination. Now, what's cool about Robot Assistant is he's like a little assistant bot, you know, in the Matrix. Well, in the Matrix fandom, at least. I put him in the Matrix fandom. But now I'm doing a thing now where he's in the Matrix fandom. So, yeah, let me know what you think. Uzi Dorman. Uzi is a very angsty teen worker drone. Despite being young, she has a fighting spirit and a gift. Well, not really a gift, more like a curse passed down from her mother onto her. Absolute solver. Now, what's funny about Uzi's gift or curse, I'm doing quotations, the absolute solver actually has has an anti anti curse called the absolute solution, which is basically an anti solver which can kill anything, and you know it's it's good for killing worker drones and murder drones mostly, especially. But if you want a murder drone to not go into like that little eldritch crab thing, then Absolute Solution is your best bet. Also, if you don't want to deal with Absolute Solver anymore, you could just Absolute Solution the hands right off of a worker drone who has it. N is a very lovable disassembly drone, or used to be until he met Uzi and Lila. Don't ask why Lila's in here. I added her because it's fandom. And now they're inseparable. He feels very strong emotions for Uzi, and is good friends with V. But J, let's just say it's in the middle. He has many weapons and guns, but his most deadly weapon is his nanite serum, which is in his tail. Now, what's funny about N is he met Lila a long time ago when Uzi was just a worker drone that didn't know her. Then again, they did know each other at the time. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they did. They were not really in a relationship at the time. So they were just friends. But what's interesting is that Lila went through the same experience as Uzi did while meeting N. He was a disassembly drone. He was supposed to kill anything that got in his way and stuff like that. But a human, a hybrid human dragon, came along and decided to put an end to the robot killing. So they fought, and then Lila fought. They had a nasty battle, but eventually Lila came out on top, blowing up his head with her dragon fire. Don't ask how it happened. It's fandom. Mark Draconic, aka the Visitor. Mark is a very forward man, despite that he is also a daring adventurer and a rogue explorer because he too has some past adventures that led to his son and daughter. He met a dragon girl a long time ago, and he fell in love. Don't ask how it happened, it's fandom. And then they decided to have kids, and things were going smoothly until an evil dragon rebelled in the dragon world and banished Mark to the sanctum of the multiverses, which I'm going to be going over in my future videos. which will be probably around Christmas time, I think. I don't know why it takes so long, but it's work. Sanctum of the Multiverse. As for his kids, they went to Earth to become adopted, and his wife, who knows what happened to her after all all everyone knows is that she mysteriously disappeared. Now, what's fun about the Visitor is I named him Mark Draconic because he married a dragon in one of his visiting adventures. That's why they call him the Visitor, or Mark Draconic if you want to get technical about his name. Alex Draconic. Oh, I'm just gonna move this out of the way. I'm just gonna move this out of the way. Or here. Actually, no, right here. Alex is a tough guy, but a very soft person despite that. He cares for his family and friends as well. And he is also half dragon, half human. But he likes to use his magical staff that he got from out of nowhere, from a wizard out of nowhere. He just This is the magical staff, by the way. He just got it one day, and he likes to use his powers he got from a wizard. So this is the magical staff he got out of nowhere, and he likes to use his powers he got from a wizard. So that's fun. That's fun. Oh wait, where am I going? Where am I going? Isla Draconic. Isla is a half dragon, half human hybrid who cares for her family a lot and her friends, despite her friends sometimes being total idiots. I'm looking at you, Batman. You're supposed to be the world's greatest detective, but in this universe, you are not. You are an idiot. But overall, they're pretty chill for her. She also has a father who's stuck in another dimension, filled with infinite universes. That this was known as the Sanctum of the Multiverse. Lila is a shadow dragon, much like her mother and her aunt, but not her grandmother. She was a light dragon. She has dark past in Space Marines, and in the military, especially with Task Force 141 and the Ghost Task Force unit. Now, what's interesting is I added her picture to look like Task Force 141 character and a Ghost Force unit character, but I forgot the ghost mask, so it's fandom. What do you expect? Future Batman. Look at this, Future Batman. Future Batman is Batman from the future, but is not Bruce Thomas Wayne. He's Mike Dennis Wayne, also known as Batman XXI, is a very powerful wielding plant powers from his father Swamp Thing, and gadgets and batarangs from his mother Batgirl. He truly is a powerful Batman. He has a dark past in the Space Marines too. Now, what's interesting about him is I added him in the Space Marines because he looks like a Space Marine. He looks ready to fight in space. And a Batman crossover with the Space Marines would really nice. But unfortunately, it never happened. So what are you gonna do? It's fandom. Up, what happened? Up, there we go. Tari, aka Turbo Assisted Rapid Intelligence. Tari is an AI program that can go inside of video games and play them from in from the inside. She is also human, which is weird for an AI, but that remains to be discovered. She is currently married to Monica, another AI program who used to be evil but is not anymore. Now, Tari, I wanted to be like Belle and Lucinia because, she needs another AI partner in her life. And Monica was the best choice, even though she was obsessed with dating the main character from Doki Doki Literature. She got out of her old ways and decided to make some new ones for Tari. Anyway, up, where is it? There we go. Monica. Monica is an AI program who was in a game. She used to be evil, working for Agent Smith. Why? I have no idea. It's fandom. But now she isn't anymore, and she works for the Resistance. Now she is also in love with Atari, another AI program who is also human. They had a child named Binary, who is very adorable, and they have adopted a daughter named Ruby, who is a mermaid. Why? It's fandom. Now, what's interesting about Monica is she used to work for Agent Smith because they were both AI programs built to do a specific purpose, I think, guys. I don't know, but now they're not anymore, so what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Now, oh, where's our picture? Oh, there we go. Okay, Ruby. Ruby is a mermaid from another planet full of even more mermaids. She tried to forget about a whole experience with the Scarlet King and everything, and she is doing great on that. But she just can't for some reason. It's so haunting to her. Now, Ruby's experience on that planet, her planet, by the way, is called Aqua 10. I didn't include it in here. I should, though. Aqua 10 was a planet filled with water, just water. But the whole thing was like a big Atlantean city, sort of, all around the underwater. So that's what they call it, the underwater. So basically, She ruled the planet as a princess, and her mother, Moonstone, who Tari and Monica eventually named their other child, who is a cyborg mermaid, which I'm getting to in a minute, is actually named Moonstone. So that's pretty good. Okay, so this, why won't her pictures load? This is Moonstone. Moonstone is the child of Monica and Tari. It's very cute baby. She is also very smart when it comes to puzzles and building tech. Only at one she does this. That's amazing. She is very potent. She is very potent when it comes to danger, and she's also very clever. She could lure people to her with her Siren of the Mermaid song, and easily do water magic without having any trouble. Now, you may have noticed the tubes coming out of her when she was just being born. That those tubes are injecting her code lining, her cyborg code lining with DNA in order to do that water manipulation magic. And there might be one in her neck which goes to her throat, which allows her to sing her Sirens of the Mermaid song. Pretty cool. Binary. Binary is also an AI who was born from Tari and Monica. He is very cute AI and is very sweet. When he grows up, he will have so much more to offer, and he will also be a part of the resistance. Now, Binary is pretty cute, but this is his teenager form. His baby form I couldn't find yet because I'm still surfing the web for that. But overall, you guys should totally draw Binary's baby form. My email is in like, you know, contacts. Is in the contact section of YouTube. My email's in the contact section of YouTube. So send me some binary baby pictures and I'll let you know if I can feature them in this part, in this section right here. Oh, wait, did I pass someone? Yeah, I did. Belle Frontier. Belle is a very famous meta runner next to Lucinia Porter, who is her girlfriend. She is very strong-willed meta runner and very determined to win at anything. She has beaten some video games, but she quests to beat all video games, like Lucinia has. She even wants to find cheat codes just like her. Sophia Porter. Sophia is the hacker of the group and is also part of MD5. She is very skilled at what she does, whether attacking or making friends. She can do it whether you tell her she can't or not. She will do it. She's best friends with all of ND5 and is closest with Lamar Williams. Up, did I pass someone? Did I pass someone? Yeah, I did. Dr. Genova Prime. Genova is a very intelligent and very powerful scientist, engineer, cybernetics doctor extraordinaire. He was once a terrible person and a terrible father figure to his children, and a terrible husband until he saw the light and the error of his ways, and found out what he had done is wrong. Now he is building a better relationships and is making up with his daughter and his wife, which I'll get to in a second. Opal Prime. Opal is the daughter of Genova and Minerva, and is half dragon. She can do no ordinary half dragon can do. She has many brothers and sisters, but she likes to think of the brother she grew up with, which is Malkova, which we'll get to in a second. Even though he was always favorited by their father, and she was, but that's okay, because she was always favorited by their mother, until she was kicked out of her family by her dad, and that's when she decided to live on her own. She was roughing it. So what happened between her and her dad, how she got kicked out, was he wanted her to become evil, like a bad person, like, you know, villainous, and develop her DNA into other dragon hybrids, which makes an army and will take over half of half of America. But she didn't want to, so her dad had another choice: kick her out, never let her into the family again. So that's what she did. That's what he did. He kicked her out, and basically she's now roughing it. She's a very mature person, though. She's in love with Camila Nozera. How? They met at a bar. They got kinky with each other, and they danced. Now they're married. Why? Because it's fandom. Valkova Prime. Malkova is the son of Genova and Minerva. He was always favored by his father and kind of looked down upon by his mother because she was so disappointed in him. He has done things to his father's company that are unforgivable. He also has made his own company known as Omnitech to help Sin drill into the center of the earth. This was before the Sin arc. This was way before. This is way back then when it was the Sin arc. Drill into the center of the earth and collapse the planet's core. Valkova remade. This is his Valkova form. This is his Malkova form. They added an exoskeleton titanium alloy armor so he could be resistant. Minerva Prime. Minerva was the wife of Genova and is a very powerful psychic type user, strong enough to kill a Mandela effect creature. But despite that, she is pretty nice to everyone, especially to her own daughter. She was nice to her husband, but ever since his fall, he has been pretty mean to her, so she tries to stay away from him. But their last argument was terrible, and that's when she was made a secretary and not an heir to the industry. Now, she's a good psychic type user. She's what is known as an Esper. Now, Esper is originally from One Punch Man, but One Punch Man's in this universe too, so I decided to make her an Esper, which is a very powerful psychic type user. Now, Mandela effect creatures I haven't put in yet, but I don't even know what they look like. Can you guys draw a Mandela effect creature? It's sort of like when you look at a thing and it's different than the other thing. So, like for example, if Looney Tunes was spelled Toon and Tune was all when there was another version of it where Tune was spelled Tune, that would basically bring on a Mandela effect creature. So let me know if you guys can draw some Mandela effect creatures. I'd be happy to have them. Luz Norzeda. Luz is a human striving to become a witch. Although she carries a heavy burden, she does care for her friends a lot. She also has a palisman named String Bean. Despite all that, she is a good friend with Metalhead and some witches from the Boiling Isles. She also has a witch girlfriend named Amity Blight. Amity Blight. Amity is a witch from the Boiling Isles and is in love with the human Luce. She has an abomination power that she can use at her disposal. If she has abomination goo by her. But there are speculations saying that she can use the abomination goo within her body, whatever that means. Like abomination clothes. She has abomination clothes. And in her body for some reason, which she can use to turn into an abomination herself. She is also has witch friends from the Boiling Isles named Gus, Willow, and Hunter. So yeah. Veda! Camila Nozera. Camila is the mother of Luce, Carlos, Sunstone, and V. Carlos and Sunstone I'll get to in a second. V. The Demon. The Demon. V. The Demon. Because apparently V is a demon. Basilisks. Basilisks are from Dungeons and Dragons originally, but they made them in this series so that they could shapeshift into humans. She is in love with Opal Prime, and they love each other so much their bond is unbreakable. She currently has a job as a nurse in Gravesfield, Connecticut. She also loves she also loves her children very much and her family. Now, that's pretty good. All right, now we're gonna get to this guy right here, this little boy right here, little bitty Carlos Nozera. Carlos is the brother of Sunstone Luce and the demon. He is a good boy with a great imagination. Despite being only 4 years of age, he is still pretty big boyish. Yeah, you could say that he's big boyish. Let me know in the comments down below if he's big boyish. And is a very good drawer. He truly cares for his little sister, Sunstone, and his big sister, Luce, and also his other sister, V, as well, the demon. Now, Carlos has a big imagination. He originally wanted to make the Scarlet King good because he found out he was evil later in the Scarlet King arc. But unfortunately, Carlos was disappointed in him, so he decided not to talk to him for a while. But Ban he talked to. But then he eventually ended up talking to the Scarlet King, so, Sunstone Nozeda. Sunstone is the daughter of Camila and Opal. She loves her mothers with all her heart, and she has a brother named Carlos. She is half dragon, but she also has the Titan's essence inside of her. And Carlos, too. Thanks to Luce, she could basically do any amount of Titan magic. Now, I don't know how they got the Titan's essence. It must have been from birth or something like that. But you can only get the Titan's essence if you connect with the Titan, which Luce did. But I guess since they're related, I guess they share the Titan's essence as well. Leaf Girl. Now, I know what you're going to say. That's Huntress Princess from Adventure Time. Actually, you are wrong. She may look like Huntress Princess, but she is actually a leaf girl because she has leaves for hair. She has leaves for hair. She has green eyes like the forest and branches for antlers. So let me read the description. Leaf Girl is a huntress in the woods who tries to protect herself from any dangers that come her way. She is in love with Carlos. Don't ask why. It's fandom. Even though he is still pretty young. But that does not matter to him or her. They love to love. She has a variety of traps set in the woods and a variety of weapons as well. But her story goes way back, all the way to her home world, the Grass Planet, aka the Green Planet Vesta. There she was with her family and all of her kind until a great evil named the Scarlet King came and took it all away. Now she seeks revenge on him. Ooh, revenge. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. V Nozera, aka aka the Demon V. V is an adopted sister of Luz Nozera and a very powerful, strong-willed basilisk from Dungeon. The basilisks are from Dungeons and Dragons, like I said. She is determined to right the wrong of the Emperor, aka Philip Wittevin, and fix the Boiling Isles, which she has. So totally, I would definitely, mark her as a good main character. Now we'll go over this next video. So we're gonna break these videos into parts, and those parts are gonna be basically in chunks. But if you like this video, please comment down below for more videos like this. Like and subscribe. Ring the bell for more notifications, and I will see you later. Peace. That was a long piece.